Hey everybody, Milton Davis here. It's October, which means it's Black Speculative Fiction Month. And tonight I wanted to talk a little bit, just kind of tell you guys where Black Speculative Fiction Month came from. Just a short talk, and just kind of give you guys some background, a little history on the Black Speculative Fiction movement. In 2012, we did our first State of Black Science Fiction presentation. We did it at Georgia Tech, and we actually did a presentation talking about the state of Black science fiction, as we called it, talking about where it was, where it had been, and where it's going. In 2013, Sharon Robinson, who was at the time working at the Auburn Avenue Research Library, got in contact with us and said that she wanted to do something similar with the library. And she had an idea for doing something, and she decided to call it Alien Encounters. And she wanted to do it in October. So she approached Balagoon Ojitati and I and talked to us about it and said, "Will we be willing to work with the library to create an event?" And we said, "Sure," because at the time we were really trying to get out into the world, get out into the organizations and institutions, and talk about Black science fiction. So not too long after we met with Sharon, we met with Morris Gardner, who is the program coordinator for the Auburn Avenue Research Library, and we had a series of meetings where we talked about how we wanted to organize this event and what we wanted to do. At the time, we focused the event around two things: around steampunk and around a Black science fiction film festival. We actually showed a series of short films and had people come in steampunk cosplay. So as we were sitting down and putting together the details for the whole event, we said, Morris said, we need to try to come up with something special, something that'll draw some attention to the whole event. And Balagoon and I had been tossing the ideal around about designating a particular month that would highlight and focus on Black speculative fiction. And we say speculative fiction because we want to encompass everything: science fiction, fantasy, paranormal, horror, steampunk, sword and soul, all of it. So we said, hey, let's do this. Let's call October Black Speculative Fiction Month. And Morris was like, well, can we do that? He was like, yeah, of course we can. So basically, we came up with the whole idea of having Black Speculative Fiction Month to coincide with the Alien Encounters event at Auburn Avenue Research Library in 2013. And it's something that we perpetuated over the years through the State of Black Science Fiction group that we have on Facebook. And it has become a time where we basically focus on Black speculative fiction. We focus on the books, we focus on the creators, and we actually encourage people to give events during this time of the year, to spread the word about different writers and artists that are out there creating Black speculative fiction, to share their works with each other. And we also look at it as a time when, if you have never read Black speculative fiction by a Black author, this would be a great time to do that, to pick up that book that you've always been wondering about. Look at that particular author that you've always been promising that you're going to read and you haven't read yet. So basically, it's a short explanation. That's what it's all about. I hope everybody takes this time to do some of the things that we just suggested. I mean, find those authors, find those events, support those authors, support those creators, support those animators, support those movie makers, anyone that's involved in Black speculative fiction. The reason I wanted to talk about it is because a lot of times, when we create things for ourselves, as time moves on, we tend to get away from the importance of those events. As money has come into Black speculative fiction, is the way I like to say that, and we find more and more authors being published by major publishers. Sometimes we look back and we forget where everything came from and where the foundation of this all came from. And it's good to be able to go back sometimes and talk about how this all started. Although it was a long journey, there was a point I'll say like around in the early 2000s where social media allowed Black people who were into science fiction and fantasy to congregate and to come together and start exchanging ideals and writing and creating stories. And it was this whole network that laid the foundation for a lot of the stuff that we're seeing today as far as black speculative fiction is concerned, not only from the indie standpoint, from mainstream publishers as well. So that's all I got. Again, it's Black Speculative Fiction Month. Go out, support the artists, support the creators. Take the time to acknowledge and recognize people that are in the industry and that are creating good things, and just enjoy yourself. So hey, happy Black Speculative Fiction Month. See y'all guys later. Peace.